As you recall in the previous training video, we were able to customize the Quick Access Toolbar. Well, new to Office 2010, you couldn't do this in Office 2007, but in 2010 you can customize the ribbon here. And there's a couple ways you can customize it or open up the customization window. You can either click on the File tab and go down to Options and be sure to select Customize Ribbon, and there we go. Let me go ahead and click Cancel, or better yet, just right click anywhere on the ribbon and say you want to customize the ribbon. Brings up the same window. Again, just like the Quick Access Toolbar, over to the right we have a list of all the tabs that are on our ribbon, and over to the left we have a list of popular commands that we can add in addition to what we already have over here on the ribbon. So let's go ahead and say that we don't want to see the Home tab, which I don't recommend, but nonetheless you can uncheck it and say you don't want to view it. And in fact, how about if we take External Data, which is right here, and bump it before Create, select it, go ahead and hit the up arrow, click OK, the Home tab's gone. The external data is before Create. Boy, it's looking messy. Let me go ahead and right click anywhere, go down to Customize the ribbon. If I get too far where I'm unchecking things and moving things around, I'm like, oh, I don't like this anymore. You can always click on the Reset and reset all customizations, and it will delete all ribbon and Quick Access Toolbar customizations for this program. Well, I haven't added any customizations to it. Basically, it's just going to reset what I messed up. So I click yes, and it resets everything. It's back to normal. You can see it here. Looks good. Speaking of which, if I want to go ahead and add new things to the ribbon, like a new tab, let me click on New Tab. Well, it added it right here, and it's got the generic name New Tab. If I want to go ahead and select it and say I want to rename it and say my new tab is going to be called Spiffy. Click OK. And then for, well, I've got one group. How about if I go ahead and have two groups? So I clicked on New Group. I've got two of them there. So the first group, let's go ahead and rename, and we'll call it my Fonts group, and then I can go ahead and click OK. Now you've got a bunch of symbols up here that if you decide to add this group to the Quick Access Toolbar, that's the symbol that's going to represent it. I don't have to pick a symbol, but if I want to, let me go ahead and select the shield for fonts. I don't know, maybe the palette here of colors. Click OK. That's the icon that's going to represent it if we add that group to the Quick Access Toolbar as I just showed you in the previous training video. Let me go ahead and rename that group, and let's call it, and I'm not going to select any icons so you can see the difference when I do add it to the Quick Access Toolbar. It'll give me a default generic icon, but let me go ahead and click OK. Okay, so I have my tab, I have my groups, but I don't have any commands within my groups. So let me select one of my groups, and this is the font group. So I can come over here, and we've got, let's see, in the popular commands here, we've got font color. Go ahead and select it and click Add. Font size. This is interesting because I can't double click it to add it over. This is where I have to select it and add it. And Format Painter, select it, click Add. In any case, when I'm done with that, go to the next group, cut, copy, and paste, and there they are. But if it's not under popular commands, go ahead and click on the drop down arrow and go to all commands so you can see all of them. And it's sorted from A to Z. And so if I go down to my C's, there's my cut, select it, click Add, and then let me go ahead and scroll back up, and there's copy. In any case, you get the idea. Now when I'm finished, all I have to do is go ahead and click Okie dokie. Now before I do that, notice that Spiffy is between Home and Create. Let's click OK. Hey, there it is, Spiffy. So if I go ahead and select it, there's my two custom groups, fonts, cut and paste. So if I open up one of these objects down below, double click on it, I can choose, the icon doesn't look that great, but I can choose a font color if I want to change the color of my font, the font size. If I want to copy, cut, well, I didn't add paste to it. In any case, I've got my own tab with my own commands. Now if I go ahead and, like I said, I want to add one of these groups to my Quick Access Toolbar or both, right click in a blank area, don't right click on the commands, and select Add. There we go. Remember the icon that I selected? That's the icon that represents this group. So when I click on it, it brings up the icons in that group. And if I right click in a blank area in this group and add it, it gives me a default green orb. So when you create your groups, you can go ahead and assign it an icon. So if you ever add it to the Quick Access Toolbar, there it is. If not, then don't worry about it. It'll just give you a generic icon there. Then the only way you can find out about it is by hovering over it to find out the name of the group. I'm going to go ahead and right click, customize the ribbon, and like I said, you can go ahead and uncheck, hide, remove some of the commands here. In fact, if I expand it, select it, remove, it'll remove from my custom tabs, but if I go ahead and try to remove some of the commands from one of these groups here, it's faded. It doesn't allow me to do that because that's the default that the program was set up to have, so it doesn't allow us to customize that. If I'm done with this, I can go ahead and either uncheck it and then click OK, and it's not there, but it's available for later use by checking it, or I can go ahead and select it and click remove, and it's gone for good. No way to bring it back. And then if I made too many mistakes, again, you can go ahead and reset it to all the customizations or just whatever you have selected on the ribbon. In other words, if you made a mistake just on this one right here and you move some things around, just go ahead and select that tab and say you want to reset only the selected. Otherwise, I'm going to reset all the customizations and click yes, and go ahead and click OK, and well, close out of my table, and we're back to where we started here. And then finally, if you need to hide the ribbon because you want to have more space within your window here, you can double click on any one of these tabs. So double click will collapse it, double click to expand it. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel to get notified of the latest videos. And for great specials on my products, please see the description below this video.